As the holiday season approaches, some students are struggling with seasonal depression. A recent study from Shankar Vedantam, who is an NPR correspondent and host of Hidden Brain podcast, shows that having some tie to a religious community may be good for your mental health. As the holidays approach, seasonal depression has made this time of year more difficult. Eric Martin is a therapist at Pawnee Mental Health who gave more insight into the holiday season and its relation to mental health.
Holidays don't equal more depression, but holidays can increase or trigger more depression, anxiety, kind of any negative emotion. So there's not a causal relationship, but definitely a strong correlation.
For some, the holidays are a time to enjoy friends and family, while for others, this is a stressful time. As students prepare to enter back into their home life as break occurs, some students are eager, while others know going home, this may deter the progress they've made on their mental health. Lauren Ailslager is a student at Kansas State University who's an advocate for mental health. Ailslager says going home allows her to get a brain break from school, but also can have a negative effect as well.
The flip side, returning to an environment that historically has been not the greatest for my mental health, it's almost like taking a step back in time.
A recent study said that attending church once a week decreases the probability of depression by as much as 20%. Robbie Nutter is the director of Christian Challenge, which is an on-campus ministry, and says that he has hope because of his faith in Jesus Christ.
Revelation 21 paints a picture of the future. It says that there's coming a day where there will be no more tears, and there will be no more pain, and there'll be no more death, and there will be no more grief. And so we have hope. We have hope. And hope is a powerful thing because Jesus is bigger than depression. He's bigger than anxiety. He's bigger than pain.
As students enter into the holiday season, they are encouraged to seek help if needed, as well as prioritize their mental health. Counseling resources can be found at pawnee.org or on campus at K-State Counseling Services, in addition to the other options in the Manhattan community. Reporter Miriam Chamberlain is in studio with a doctor from K-State Counseling Services to discuss seasonal depression and mental health during the holiday season. Miriam?
Thanks, Monica. I'm here with Dr. Ryan Staley. Doctor, thanks so much for coming in today.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. So have you noticed any incline in students seeking help during the holiday season?
Yeah. Well, traditionally between October and through the holiday season, we tend to see an uptick in students seeking mental health services. And I think that can be for a variety of reasons. The academic stress and demands of the semester increase around those times. Also, as you're getting into the holiday season, lots of traveling, reconnecting with family. As much as those can be enjoyable activities, sometimes there can be stress associated with that as well, missing loved ones. And if you are already struggling with depression and anxiety, those tend to kind of worsen over the holiday season as well. You have less sunlight, and so as that season and weather changes, sometimes that can have an impact as well.
So do you believe that there's any connection to seasonal depression and the holidays?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think, again, a lot of the stressors that tend to be associated with the holiday season, financial stressors, lots of traveling, it can be kind of stimulation overload with all the things that we got going on during the holiday season. Again, students are transitioning to breaks, which usually means they're ending the semester with finals and projects, and all of those things can increase stress. And depending on how we're coping with those stressors, those can either decrease or increase vulnerability to experiencing depressive symptoms.
For those students who are traveling home, do you think that going home for the holidays can be like a trigger for those who do struggle with mental health?
Yeah, I think that varies. For some, it can be an opportunity to reconnect with loved ones and with family members that can be rejuvenating and enjoyable. For others, it can be triggering. So having conversations with difficult family members, conflict within families, there's divorces, there's a high rate of divorce, there can be fragmented families. That can make it difficult for students who are splitting time between different relatives and different family members. Again, in addition to that, the traveling. And some students aren't able to make it home. And so there can be missing loved ones. In addition to that, holiday seasons can be a reminder of lost loved ones, which can, again, increase feelings of sadness and grief.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much. Thanks for coming in and giving us that insight. That's all the time we have for today. Back to you, Monica.
Thanks, Miriam.